Hey, what's up, everybody? Another episode of Sappy Speaks. I appreciate everybody watching. We have a really big guest today, Kyle Robertson, who is the owner of the Dallas Card Show, and he also has a card shop in Allen, Texas. Is that right, or is it
It,
Is it Allen?
it's in Allen. Yeah, we're 1.7 miles away from the show. So just
So literally right next to the show. In my humble opinion, it's my favorite show. It's grown crazy over the years. I've been with Kyle since the beginning, and so I'll just let you talk a little bit about how you got started with the shows and your shop and all that stuff.
how far you want to go back to birth or
Let's go back to when you started. Shoot, you started cards a long time ago
I
too,
started
way before
I
I.
started collecting when I
When'd you
was 8
start
years
cards?
old, Joe. I was given a collection, and when I was 11 years old, I got a knock on the door from one of my neighbors' dads and his uncle, and they said, "Hey, Kyle, I heard you had some cards." And I said, "Well," I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Well," so they looked at them, they give me $40 for it, which at way back then, 11 years old, it's like that's $1 million to me. So it's like I was like,
Oh yeah,
so as my other buddies were mowing yards. I mean, I was selling them cards. So they go mow the yards, I'd sell them
yeah.
cards, and that's how that started. So did that until I
That's
was
the way to go.
in college, and then had a daughter, and then sort of jumped out of it for until she got out of high school. Whenever she graduated high school, and I got back into it, and then when she graduated college, I decided to go pro sports card athlete, and
Nice.
started quit my job, started the show, and then here we are. We started with, it's kind of like a overnight success story. We started with 8 tables in Allen, 2008. I'll have to take you over there sometime to show you the place. So
Okay.
8 tables, we grew to 20, then we grew to 30, 35, 40, and then we had a show that was like, it was about 80 to 100 tables over in Frisco, and that was 2015, I believe. And that's whenever it started growing a little bit stronger and stronger. And then 2019 we had the first show over here in Allen. 2020, of course,
Yep.
everybody knows the story from the COVID, and we were able to get through to Governor Abbott, and he gave us an exemption and let us have shows, and here we are. So everything else is sort of the rest of the story is, I mean, everything else. You guys and the guys out there that we're talking to right now are the guys that made it happen. So we just happen to be, I guess, right place, right time, and with right responsibilities. So
I'm super excited to be a part of it in the beginning. Now, I think Dallas is one of the meccas for our industry, and to put the Dallas Card Show added to that, I mean, I think we have one of the best areas in the world, not just the United States, for it. And I love that it's in my backyard, but anybody else that flies out to here, I mean, people come from the East Coast, West Coast. It's kind of in the middle, right, of both coasts. So we get a lot of both traffic from both. And so I really love it. The venue compared, I'm not going to say compared to other card shops because I'm not trying to talk down any card shows or anything like that because I love a lot of the other card shows as well. But the venue that the Dallas Card Show has, I mean, is one of the best. The hotel has to be like 4-star at least. The food there's tons of food around there. There's Top Golf. I mean, there's so much stuff to do, but it's crazy because it just seems like the card show really doesn't end. Like you could literally
yeah,
be there from open or before open for us vendors, all the way until. I mean, some of those guys go until like it's opening the next day. I'm like, just how are they doing that? But for me and for a lot of people that I've talked to, love it. It's in Allen, Texas, off of what's the street called that it's off
water,
of?
yeah,
Bethany.
Water
I
Creek.
don't know.
Water
yeah,
Creek,
777
right?
Waters
Bethany.
Creek. But yeah, Bethany and 75,
Water
just right
Creek.
there on the corner.
Yep.
Bethany's
Yeah,
the
Yep.
exit, yeah.
Yep.
it's easy to
So,
find.
um, and, and then, and I know you don't have a ton of time. We're vamping up for a new Dallas Card Show that's coming up next week, which is going to be crazy. Every time somebody asks me, which one is the best Dallas Card Show to go to, and I'm like, just
The next one.
pick one. Come to the next one and see for yourself. People always just say like I've had a really good show. I ask people all the time, how was the show? How'd you do? People that set up, people that don't set up, because people that don't set up at trade night on Saturday nights, you better believe 1 hour before the show closes, they're lined up down the hall all the way to the actual trade night room, to the bar and the restaurant, and it's just like an extension of the show that goes until like 2, 3, 4 a.m.,
Yeah, it was crazy.
which is
The
awesome.
way that happened, Joe, is like we have, and you're right. Everybody comes from all the coast. If sometimes I have to show you the data we have, it's like we have people from Europe every show. We have 10+ people coming, Europe, China. I mean, just all over the world, and it's just like that are flying into the show. Like I say, we've got a lot of benefits down here. Like I say, corporate headquarters to Beckett and Panini and Fanatics and like all the great things are here. Leaf, all the great things are here in Dallas, and we're kind of a hub. It's sort of like become almost like a market central or stock market of the hobby. I mean, everybody meets here, takes stuff back to their plate, to their store, and everything meets in the middle here every 2 months. So
I love it. So I had a question. A couple people when I was live on Whatnot, they were asking me. They were saying, "Hey, does the Dallas Card Show, are they in Cincinnati?" And I was like, "I think that they're doing shows in other cities now." I haven't touched base with Kyle about exactly about what it's on, but I was like, they were telling me the signers that y'all had there. Tell us a little bit about like those type of shows.
yeah, so we've teamed up with autograph shows, and so the autograph guests are already there. Okay, and so it's like, and they're it's tough to say. The autograph guests are there. The people are coming in for the autograph guests anyway, and so we just decided to team up throughout the United States and sort of see if we can't get that started. Cincinnati was really encouraging. We did a little bit with them in the New Jersey show, but like I say, Cincinnati, we sort of went all in with them. So it's what's interesting is, yeah, that show was, and we got to rethink about this, but it's like Dallas Card Show in Cincinnati, which is actually in Kentucky. I don't know if you've ever been to Cincinnati, but there's a river that comes through, and it's like this half is Cincinnati. So the Cincinnati airport is in Kentucky. So and so
Oh, I didn't know. I've never been
yeah, it
there.
was it was it was a little confusing, but I mean everybody made it, and we had some really good vendors there. We had some uh, there were some new vendors there too, and that's always encouraging too. Is these guys that are sort of at the point where they're not really at the national level, but they've outgrown probably the local circuit, and so bringing some buyers. We brought some buyers in, and so we had. Like I say, it's really encouraging. We'll see where it goes. I think we've got big things to go on that. So, and like I say, we'll have to discuss off topic or off camera here sometime, and let's see what your
Yeah,
thoughts are
for
on it.
sure. Oh yeah, I mean, when I heard about it, I remember we talked about it a little
Mhm.
bit, and then I started seeing stuff like that, and people were asking me that were like in those areas, can I get a table? And I was like, let me talk to Kyle, and I know you were busy, so like I don't ever do it unless it's really important. But so it is vendors setting up selling cards as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, we had
That's
200
awesome.
tables of vendors there, and it was just under 200 tables is what it ended up in. But it was, and like I say, the autograph guests were. I mean, it's impressive. I mean, and some of them are, but like De La Cruz. I mean, that guy's a rock star, man, right now. So it's
I mean, how tall is that guy?
yeah, I mean, he's tall. He's too tall to play shortstop, right? And shouldn't be able to
I
run
mean,
that
he's
fast.
so
Shouldn't be
good.
able to throw that hard to hit that ball.
Didn't they say he hit 100 from short to first
Oh well,
or
wow,
close to
yeah,
it?
maybe. I'm sure.
I think like a couple days ago we hit like
Wow,
106.
yeah,
I mean, him and O'Neill Cruz, they look out of place in the infield, but they're so good, both of them. Ellie De La Cruz is having a better season so far, but they were telling me some of the guests that were there, Jamar
hmm
Chase, Ellie De La Cruz, and I was like, yeah, I
Bo
mean,
Jackson.
that sounds like so. Their question to me was like, how when Dallas Card Show comes to a city near me, do they just go to the website and contact you
Yeah,
there?
so we have Facebook, we have Instagram. Those are, and then the website. We always have we always have the tables for sale on the website if they're available. And like I say, it's
Okay.
like if for the
So,
showcases for these shows, we have showcases available online. So it's we try to make it easy. That's and like I say, the here in Allen, we've just sometimes we're just hard locked to where it's just like it's an impossibility, and sometimes we can get some favors done from some of the guys that have been there for a while. So I mean, like as
right.
we got the OGs, right, and so it's like but like Kevin and you and Lawrence, whoever. If we have to have a table or something, sometimes we can go grab something like that. So it happens. Where
Oh yeah, I appreciate
yeah,
it.
yeah. So
My customers appreciate it for sure, and I definitely do because you've always been able to work something out where they can get in and they bring good value to the Dallas Card Show, and you know
yeah,
that like all of us, we try and bring. It's like I said, it's my favorite show, and we just want to continue to make it better and better, and I feel like that's what's happening. And there's so many people. So and I think the good thing is 6 times a year. So if you miss one, come to any of the other five, right?
that's right.
So um, I really enjoy that it's happening that much, and like how much it's grown since I've started with you.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. And then so for the card shop in Allen, is it just like a one stop shop where they can do everything pretty much?
Yeah, it's we don't serve coffee here, but we would like to. That's
Yeah.
sometimes the coffee and beer would be good. So it's yeah.
Yeah.
So we have vending boxes, and then we'll have some singles and stuff out, and um, like I say, and then we have the website too, where we'll be. It's Sports Collectors Hub's the name of the shop here in Allen. So it's a little bit. If you
Awesome.
go to Dallas Card Show in Allen, it's like it depends if which app you look it up on, but sometimes it'll show you even our old Wiley location. So it's like but we're gonna have to master technology one day. So right now, it's still
Oh,
baseball
okay.
cards.
I can imagine somebody driving out to Wiley and being like, "Hey," but
Yeah, where y'all at?
so we're gonna drop all the links that you mentioned in this
Okay.
video. Jordan, did you want to talk to him about some of the or have
No,
any
I just
questions?
wanted to say, like, I moved here in 2020. I came to a few Dallas card shows before I moved here with Joe, and just to see the growth that you've had and the show has had. I mean, I remember when I first came, it was like the one main room, and people would do some trades afterwards. Now we have two rooms, and trade night, like he said, set up an hour before the show ends,
It's
and
like
it's just
four
like
rooms.
bonkers
Yeah.
trying to get through just to go back to the hotel or whatever. I think it's awesome, and I didn't realize you had started in 2008. So I think I love seeing hard work pay off. So I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad it's all worked
I do
out.
appreciate that. Yeah, the trade nights, that's been special. It's just we just noticed that people were. I mean, these insane guys were there 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning trading cards. It's like we've got to help develop this. So it's like it's been I had 4 guys that showed up at the last one, and they've never set up, but they could be coming to the shows, but they come from 4 different parts of the country, and so one of them was from Canada, and it's like they fly in, be here at the Dallas Card Show, and they're friends online, and I mean that's the story that keeps on going around. It's a beautiful airport. It's an easy airport to get around for me anyway. It's and like I say, the towns here is pretty friendly, and everything's next door, just like you said. It's been it's been there, like I say, sometimes it's just meant to be, and I think this is one of those.
There's a really
Doubled
good
up.
restaurant across the show. It's called Two Rows. They have hibachi over there and a bunch of other stuff, but Two Rows, and the owner's name is Bain, and he's a avid collector. And but they have really good food, and you can't beat those prices either.
Kyle, thank you for coming on. It was great having you. I can't wait to see you next week, and I hope it's a successful show.
Yeah, we appreciate you giving us the information on the Dallas Card Show and the traveling Dallas Card Show. So if you need any of that, definitely check out the links below. Um, for anything Sappies, go to www.sappies.com for grading, pretty much anything that we have or offer that you can find on there. We also have a discount code for Zion card cases, which are one of the best card cases. You see them at every show. Tons of people have them. So use ours, and I believe you get a 10% discount So definitely use, I believe it's Sappy's on there,
Mm-hmm.
but everything will be in the links below. We appreciate you guys watching, and we hope to see you guys at the Dallas Card Show. Peace.